Here's how most people injure their backs. They sit in a chair so their in a way that their pelvis gets a little tucked, so they don't have really authentic lumbar arching way down low. This is like right at the top of the sacrum. This is not arching up here. It's not arching up here. No, it's way down low. Strong glutes in a chair, boom. And this connects all these articulating surfaces of the spine so we can get all sorts of integrated full body movement. Where things happen is over the years we're sitting in chairs and we're getting a little more tucked. Then watch how when the lower back doesn't have that arch, look at how vulnerable these tissues are when there's a twist. That's when the muscles seize up and say, no, don't twist. What does this mean? Priority one, build those glutes. Number two, do not sit with your tail tucked under. That's a longer term project. But number three is we don't practice any twist with the slightest tuck of the pelvis. If you're in some yoga class and your pelvis is slightly tucked and you're sitting on your gym mat forcing this, you are self-harming. So what does this really mean? When I'm sitting in a chair with a little tuck, I don't want to twist. I don't want to look at my phone this way. I don't want to reach for a keyboard this way. So the first priority is we're rooting the pelvis when we sit. The second priority is I'm rooting my pelvis, getting my glutes activated when I bend so that these healthy side bending twists can work. And number three, we cultivate rather than pure plain twists or pure plain side bending, we cultivate side bending twists. They give us more range, more safety, and they help protect the spine. And the last thing is if like me, you have too much bend up here at times, this is very unsafe to do some fancy side bending shit. So we want to move, we want to get our pelvis anchored. We want to have our relaxed, elongated spine on top of it. And we do side bending twists. And guess why? Because walking is healthy walking is a series of side bending twists. It's not a gingerbread man. Corollary for reasons for lower back pain and SI joint pain. So let's say you, quote, get your butt back. Here's the problem is people will move their hips without moving their whole spine. I'm like this dippy bird, right? So they move their hips and they're faking that their butt is back. The other reason people get back pain is that thinking they're getting the hips back, or they get the hips back in the chair and then they forget to relax, is these muscles getting tight and they start to yank, they start to compress, especially the SI joints. So when people have SI joint pain on both sides, it's often this rib flare. So these two things go together. One is I want to sit on the back of my legs and I relax once I arrive. And I'm going to even investigate, do my hips now need to shift back because I'm sitting on a different place on my legs. So back pain, two big places. It's this kind of bulging disc in the lower back, pushing, reversing the curve of the lower back. The other is too much curve up here that starts, and there's no space, there's not enough space back here in your back. So know that these two things can we can shift through one and then the other shows up. I got my butt back. No, you didn't. You stuck your ribs forward. So make space in the back. I'm gonna land on my juicy glutes. Then I might even just exhale and see it. And then I test my sitting and my standing. Do I have the most movement options?